So we cut to her getting gowned up, and she's like screaming at her husband, manager guy.
I love this line. She said, give me my boots, Larry. And Larry goes, you mean your shoes, right? She said, did I say your shoes, Larry? Give me my fucking boots.
Yeah. She is pissed. She grabs a knife. She grabs some brass knuckles. Don't wait up, hon. And here we go. There's a little shot of... That is the liquidator. Little fuck. Anywho. So apparently they had a meeting before where they knew where the liquidator was, and Captain Metropolis and Hooded Justice and I think Silk Spectre was supposed to. They were all supposed to go together and kind of get him.
I don't know if they were all supposed to go together. She was just mentioning all the guys in the group.
Yeah.
They're supposed to put up in pairs and go to different places.
To find him. Yeah. So Captain Metropolis and Hooded Justice find him, but
they find him.
Sally's already. She fucking murdered him.
Then when they walk in, there's a big pool of blood on the floor with a knife and the brass knuckles.
And she's like, about time you got here. Mm-hmm. And then she berates them. She says, we fucked up. We should have been... I don't know if that would have changed anything, but we should have stuck up for her. Mm-hmm. I like that. You call yourselves men. Clean up this mess. That's all you're good for.
Yep. This is where she quits.
That's where... oh, yeah. And by the way, I quit.
And it shows a shot of Liquidator's bloody arm
hanging out of a bathtub. It was good. It was good. So she cuts to her still talking to Ursula at the cemetery, and Eddie shows up.
I think this is the first time they see each other after he tries to rape her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the impression I got from this, just based on her reaction.
And he's kind of like, long time, we should talk. Then we cut to Byron getting shithoused.
Yep.
Just starts drinking. And then we cut again to basically what happened to the comedian in Vietnam. Now, reading through all this, I don't know if this is real. I almost felt like he was kind of making it up, but...
I think it's real.
It might be real?
Maybe a little bit exaggerated because just of who he is, but...
Yeah, I just don't see the comedian being like this. Like this, he almost seems kind of more heroic than usual. But...
One thing I thought was a little bit strange, his
art style.
Well, the art style changes slightly, but... Also, the way he's talking changes lots of yas and ta. I don't know if that was how he's talking before, but that's one thing I really noticed in this one with this whole description of what happened to him in Nam.
So he goes through this whole really... It's a bad story. Him and his platoon get attacked. He's left for dead. He's brought... Him and one other survivor are brought back by a woman and a child. Mm-hmm. And he even tells the kid after he's all healed up and good to go, you can keep my helmet.
Yeah.
So, goes back, reports for duty, and, what was it? Yeah, Roke, I heard yelling and screaming, he wanted to try and save them, but it was too late. I think they either get mortared or...
When Comedian goes back to his camp, he says, we were attacked, this is where it happened. The general or whatever the right
they're near the area where they're about to attack.
Yeah, he said, oh, why didn't you tell me? We've got to go destroy this place.
I've got to go save those people before you blow it up.
Yeah, and...
He's too late. And that was a pretty grim sight. He sees she's still half alive, kind of standing there, just all burnt up.
Yep.
Her kid's just a husk, like almost fused to her side there.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm standing there in front of her, what can I do? He mercy kills her, shoots her in the head.
It wasn't him.
Wasn't it?
No, it was the general.
It was the general,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, because the way it almost looked like he
I know, that's what I thought too, but the general shoots her and says...
Oh yeah, then he's like, this is a war, laughing boy.
There's animals, if they're in pain, put them down. And that's kind of thing where comedian just really sobers up.
Really sobers up,
at this point.
And then, Eddie, that's terrible, and then it's like, we should go talk. And they go off to do that. Mm-hmm. Night Owl comes back, finds Byron drunk. He's in his costume, passed out in an alley.
Yeah.
Gets him back down there. And actually before that, he gets into Ursula's house, finds some tapes with their names on it, and an actual tape player, like the old ones with the spools and everything. And as he's leaving, he loads up everything he finds, puts it in a bag. Hooded Justice is there. He didn't see him.
No.
Hooded Justice kind of steps out of the shadows as he leaves. Goes, finds Byron, sobers him up. I like that Byron's eating hashish. So it helps with my back and my knee.
He is messed up.
And I like how he's drawn so normally. He's just like this normal kind of guy, but it's like he's drunk all the time, just doing these.
And
and then we get more history about
Ursula.
Ursula. And it's
Grim.
It's grim. Basically, she was in an orphanage that was slowly getting taken over by Nazis.
Yeah. And she had a little sister.
Right. Blanche.
Yeah.
Blanche. And basically, as they were there, and talks about Gretchen being there as a doctor.
Yeah.
And so they all kind of knew each other before, and slowly the Nazis started taking over. Children were disappearing.
Going into a strange locked room.
And then eventually Blanche disappears.
Yeah.
And of course, before then, Ursula and Gretchen had been getting closer.
Yeah.
They knew it. Yeah. This is pretty good. Ursula kills some guards, gets in the room, and I like the line. She saw everything in there. She saw the very worst that you could imagine. It shook her young mind to its foundations.
And all it shows is the feet of a body
the feet and
on
the
a
hair,
table.
like the head.
It's just bloody.
It looks like an autopsy table, and there's blood everywhere.
It's not good.
She goes to attack the guy who's apparently been killing the kids. He overpowers her, but Gretchen ends up shooting him.
Yep.
And they kind of run away together. And then, just talks about them sitting in silence. And then you start seeing a skyline, and there's a picture of a clown here, and I almost want to say it's Pagliacci. Like, if that is, that's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
It keeps cutting like the skyline and someone going 9, 9.
In the meantime, there's a creepy children's rhyme going over top of it, which just makes it even more dark and creepy.
And then it cuts to someone like waking up in bed, and then next to the bed in a chair is Hooded Justice's outfit. So, and he's crying. So,
well, what's his blondie that he's doing?
Oh right, Captain
Metropolis.
Captain Metropolis.
He's standing in the door with his shocked expression on his face, and
yeah.
One thing of note: the guy that Gretchen shot, that overpowered Ursula, he's wearing a black hood and a red shirt. So they might be alluding to the fact that he was the one that was doing that, but
yeah,
it might be a stretch. But
it might be a stretch, but
it's similar anyway.
That is, yeah.
I don't know if that would be too much of a coincidence.
Well, once again, there's still 2 more comics to go. I'm sure we're going to find out. Yeah. Remember, we're just guessing, so we don't know. But
I could be wrong.
That's how the comic ends, and this is good, but this is dark.
It's so really good, and the fact that the artwork is so I don't know, just upbeat, just makes it all that much more dark.
Yeah. It's been a while since like something like this kind of pissed me off. Like not in a bad way, but like in the sense that like I've. Silhouette Dying just felt so much worse now after reading this.
It sucks.
It sucks. It's really sad. Really, really sad.
But read it. As
Definitely.
Always, read Minutemen.
This is a must-buy.
Awesome.
If you're hesitant about any of the before Watchmens, take our guarantee. Minutemen.
You have to at least read Minutemen.
At least read Minutemen. I mean, you should read them all. Read them all.
You should.
But yeah, Minutemen has been thoroughly good.
Yeah.
Never a bad issue.
Nope.
And the artwork's beautiful.
It's Darwin Cook. I mean, he's the writer and the artist. He knows his stuff.
He does.
He thrives in this style, this era.
He really does. And I love this comic.
Yeah,
this is really good. I'm not even going to say which ones are my favorite anymore because it's getting
there's
no point. I almost want to say we should have like a rating system, like buy it, avoid it,
so far,
like that. So far, they've all been pretty much buys.
More or less.
Of course, next week we have a comic ending. Silk Spectre. Silk Spectre number 4 comes out next week, next Wednesday. And as you know, that one was only a 4-issue.
Yeah, which sucks, but whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I can already tell this is probably a pretty long video. This one's probably going to be a 2-parter. Sorry. it's the way I have to do things for the next little bit. I should have just started a new YouTube channel. Nah,
no.
That'd be a big whole thing.
Yeah,
soon
could use mine, technically, but too much effort.
Too much effort. Anyway. So yeah, buy it. Definite buy it. Once again, awesome that,
JMS.
J. Michael Straczynski. Sorry, probably butchered that again. Like the fact that the actual writer of a comic noticed that
really freaking cool.
That's so
especially
nerdy.
Living where we live.
Yeah, we're in like a really small town in Canada. We're Canadian, eh?
Ooh.
Jesus.
Freaking
That's like the go-to thing when you tell someone you're Canadian, like, A. We don't talk like that, actually.
This isn't my igloo either.
No.
It's a house.
This is a house.
Yeah.
We don't live in igloos. Who the fuck thinks we live in igloos? Anyway, so yeah, buy it. Good comic. Look forward to next week. You probably not so much. You don't want to see Silk Spectre dead.
It's bittersweet.
Bittersweet, right? Yeah, and without further ado, we're back on Death of the Family, so check out. We got Catwoman number 13 coming up.
Yep. Wow. Fierce.
Fierce. So once again, Kiri Sparta.
I'm Sarah.
If you like the video, please hit that like or subscribe button, comment, favorites. It's a good time.
All of the things.
I just want to also take a second to say thank you.
Yes.
41 subscribers. That's awesome.
It's so awesome.
So good. I'm hoping I can say we hit 50 pretty soon. That would be great. Thanks, guys. if there's anything you want to see, once again, any comics you're kind of interested in, what our opinions are, drop me a line.
Not just comics either. There's
Yeah.
movies,
Movies,
comics.
video. I'm a huge gamer. Trust me, I'll get to that. I've been thinking about doing a video of my nerd cave.
You should.
Should. But yeah. Have a good one, YouTube.
Bye.